back the south way. I kind of want to see what is in that direction. Really starting to take a little bit of effort to actually kill these guys. Yeah, it rounds back around to them. Alright. Oh. Does that go in another path? It does not. That's fine. Let's go back. We'll go south. See where that leads us. Might just be some optional rooms. Things like that. But I'm down to do that. Get some stuff done. Cozy bookstore. Okay, that was interesting. It was just like skeleton with a head that falls off. Strange. I think that's it for that room. Okay, let's go here. I am still wondering how long this act is, but it does so far seem like it's definitely going to be a lot longer than Act 4. It definitely pulled a Diablo 2 in that respect, where it was like you get to Act 4 in Diablo 2 and it's literally 3 quests, not 8. Was it 6 that a normal act will have? Anyways, regardless, it was a lot less work to do in Act 4 than the other acts. Pool of reflection. Take that. And yeah, this goes to a dead end, so clearly we have to go that north pathway. That's no problem, we can go up there. We'll make our way up there, and I'm guessing that's where the tower is, since we already got the Maidens of Flame. Just around the corner now. Right over there. Might still be a couple of rooms, because all I saw was the waypoint marker. Yeah, see? There might still be a good amount of stuff to do before getting to it. We're about to find out, though. Got a big guy, Captain Shelley. And just some barrels and all that. Let's go in here. And we need to kill Urziel. She is up here.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters.
No problem, I'll still kill ya.
Soon demons spawn like you, gone forever.
You will die for what you've done.
god shall perish in flames.
Oh, this is a scripted thing, huh? Because I'm really stunned. I actually have lost a little bit of health. Interesting. Normally I haven't had to worry so much about my health. I still wasn't really that worried, but yeah.
Nephilim, I will bring an end to conflict. In death there is peace.
Damn it all.
We'll find him. We will definitely find him.
I need to go back.
But before I do that, let me identify this quiver. No doubt it'll be a upgrade to what we have. Yep. Emmy May's duffel, but just an upgraded version of it. So, there we go. Now let's go back to town. Sell our stuff to the merchant. And we'll go talk to Tyrael. Here we go. What do we have to do next?
Malthael has fallen. The Reapers will not be able to hold the city without him.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael took the stone. He's getting stronger every moment, and our time is running out.
That strange woman you brought here.
That it is.
She can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
Okay. Go ahead and talk to her then. I'm about to sell this quiver too, cause like I don't need that shit. Here we go.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
Oh shit.
What a surprise.
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
At last.
Of course. Probably gonna have to find her and kill her after getting the knowledge of where he is. But I think I'm actually gonna stop here since it's been a bit of a good time playing this, and we'll continue this another time on another stream. But we did make some good progress. We finished up Act 4 and started Act 5, and probably still have a little bit of ways to go in Act 5. It looks like maybe a few more waypoints worth, so we're probably like only a third of the way in. But that's good, because I like to see that they actually put in some effort in this game. So the witch. Find the entrance to the tomb of Rakis in the overgrown ruins. Okay. We'll go this way.
Without me.
Why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
Come if you like, but Adria is still going to die.
Random person. Or actually, is this the Herodrum? Oh, cutscene right away.
Malthael and his Reapers are dead. The people of Westmarch have been avenged, and now they can begin to rebuild. But Adria still lives. Lorath and I will journey to the Blood Marsh to find her. She can locate Malthael, and once we know where he is, she must die.
We have quite some beef with Adria considering what she did to Leah. But anyways, yeah, so I'm kind of getting a little bit over being sick. Every now and then I just have to cough, pretty much, and just have some phlegm build up in my throat, but that's about it. So if I have to take a break to just drink some water and cough my lungs out for a second, you'll understand why. Maybe we won't see that in the recording. Depends on if it's really bad or not. But anyways, I don't really remember what happened last time in this game. But like I was explaining, like I said right before I actually started playing today, was the fact that this game has just been kind of mentally draining to play. And I've kind of been thinking about my thoughts on it as a result of that. Because I don't think that the game is necessarily like really, really bad. I mean, if you want to think really, really bad, there's plenty of other games.
But someone's collapsed it.
But
It looks like we'll have to find
looks like we gotta find another way into the ruins. But my point basically is that I'm not really enjoying the game as much as I would like to. And I don't think it's entirely just the fact that it's not a difficult game. Like, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be enjoying the game, maybe even more so, if it was difficult.
There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most.
Okay, so we have to find the Nephilim guide stones in the blood marsh. Okay. But yeah, like, even if it was harder, I don't think it would be fun. It's just not really designed around fun, I think. And then also the storyline has not really been like super remarkable. So there's not a whole lot to really praise this game, to be honest, aside from the fact that I could see it being fun, you know, playing with friends, more so than playing by yourself. But that's just my thought. I've only ever actually played this game one time with a friend, and this was a very long time ago. And it was also back when I had a microphone, but he didn't have a microphone, so it was just kind of like, hey, you want to play? Yeah, sure. But we didn't hop on Discord or anything to talk at the same time, so it was just kind of like, I don't know, it's a completely different experience. If anyone has the experience that I'm talking about of playing with people that are friends, but not really talking to them on Discord or anything, but then, you know, all of a sudden comparing that to playing games with people on Discord and actually talking with them, like, it's completely different because you're opened up to more of their personality than you are when you're just typing with them. And same thing, they're opened up to more of your personality than if you were just typing.
That was just a taste.
That friend is actually one of my closest friends in my friend groups. Him and I know each other for a long time, probably all the way back since, like, I want to say 2013 or 14. And yeah, I want to say 2013. That sounds about right. So coming up on 10 years, and you know, we've seen each other in high points and low points, and the same goes with every other friend in that group who's known me for that long. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy their company, and I would hope that they enjoy mine. We do try to play games together pretty frequently. Maybe one day we'll actually stream with them if they decide that it's okay, or you know, if it's like what's it called, a situation where like they're streaming also, maybe they'll be okay at that point too. But I don't know, you know, we always had this idea during the pandemic towards the beginning where it was like, oh yeah, you know, let's all start streaming, and then it never really happened. So whatever that means, I guess. I was really the only one who actually even started making content during the pandemic. And I've kept to it as much as I can, you know. There's weeks like last week where I was so sick that I couldn't do anything, and I tried to be a little bit ahead of schedule so that doesn't happen, but it just happened to be that this time it didn't work out to be ahead of schedule. And it's a shame too, because I literally just said, like, before that, okay, we're gonna stream consistently, and we're gonna, you know, like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen. And then I get sick and bedridden, and I can't, you know, get up and stream like I want to. But that's okay. I am back now. Here's another guide stone.
I need another guide stone in order to find the intentions.
So, guess we're looking for the passage to the ruins, but we need the guide stone to actually tell us where to go. I honestly haven't really been paying attention to what's going on. I've just been running around killing shit. But that seems kind of like the typical thing for this game.
This is not the passage I'm looking for.
It's like, even though there's stuff happening in the game, like, it's not really anything remarkable enough to really put my full focus into. But I feel like that has to do with a lot of isometric dungeon crawlers like this, where there's like not a whole lot of, oh shit, that was a trap, where like there's not a whole lot of stuff that's actually going on aside from killing monsters.
You have my thanks. But a word of warning. These animals carry a plague and must be killed before it spreads.
That's fine. We'll kill them.
Potion to fight if I cut one of them open and took its innards. They swam it on me. That's why they're attacking.
But yeah, there's like not a whole lot going on that's really of importance to keep your full focus on. Part of that's because the game's not hard, but also part of it is just this style of game.
This sigil marks the right passage.
Like, I remember when I was playing Path of Exile a little bit. Like, I actually haven't finished that game completely. Like, I finished the first half of it, but when I played that game a bit, when I was playing it, basically it was the same sort of story where, you know, I actually went as far as having some videos popped up on my second monitor, and then I was just sitting there, you know, playing the game, listening or watching a video, and just kind of like zoning out from the actual game itself. And it just seems efficient in terms of having some fun, you know? Whereas having to put your full focus into the game is not entirely And it's a good way to get through a whole lot of, you know, like video essays if you're into watching that sort of thing. Because those can tend to be kind of long. Then again, a lot of times if I'm watching a video essay like that and just listening, I'll actually do a thing where I'll watch it in double time. Some people think that's kind of weird, but I actually watch a lot of my content in double time to still get the information, but not have to sit there for literally twice the amount of time. This opens up my ability to watch a lot more things, which is especially nice considering I have a lot of things that I want to watch. And when it comes to things like a TV series, I won't do that. Or if it's a video that I really, really want to watch and like enjoy. But if it's something like news, I don't need to sit there watching it in anything but 2 times if it's news. It's not like it's anything in like an entertainment sense. But that's just my thought. If any of you have any thoughts on that, feel free to let me know. Maybe I'm just weird. What did we get? A couple of the last runes in those. Their abilities we're not going to use, so it's all good.
That was just a taste.
And right now we're still looking for Adria. Still have not found her yet. That's fine. They just keep coming. Moving on. You know, I will say, at least these enemies in this expansion have been a little bit more beefy. And then also, there's been a good amount of variety in environments and enemies. Either that or I just haven't really noticed. But I guess if I haven't noticed them, like, refreshing them constantly, then I guess that's a good thing. Not to say that refreshing enemies is a bad thing, though, because, you know, Diablo 2 was able to do it just fine. There wasn't a problem in that game with it, reusing enemy models as just recolors and things like that. I didn't have any problem with it, at least. But maybe the expectation was less at that time, considering it is a bit of an older game now. I've actually yet to play the remaster yet. Or the remake, or whatever you want to call it. It's a remaster, not a remake. Yeah, I've yet to play that yet. Kinda came out at a time when I didn't really want to give Blizzard money, and I kinda still don't, to be honest. Which sucks because I know that the developers are not to blame for all the shit that Blizzard has done in the past recent years. Up to and including their harassment scandal. But I don't know, it just doesn't really feel like a great idea to give them money. for a game that I'm not gonna play very much.
Not enough hatred.
It's weird, you know, I used to play a lot of Blizzard games. I used to really be into World of Warcraft. I used to really be into Diablo 2. And I used to really be into Overwatch when Overwatch was big. But then, ever since like a couple of years ago, I stopped playing Overwatch pretty much entirely. It was like a go-to install that I had. But then now it's just not even installed on my computer. Which is weird to me because, you know, I played Overwatch for so long. That it is just kind of weird.
Wait here, Lorath. You can join me when I'm finished.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
I was having a conversation with a friend of mine though. It kind of feels like there isn't really like a game that you can feel like you can lose yourself in, like a game that you want to spend a ton of time playing and, you know, forget about the time and everything too. There hasn't really been a game like that in a while. Like, I guess for me, my game like that was Overwatch. And now in place of it, I guess it's Apex Legends, but I don't really enjoy Apex Legends as much as I maybe want to, I'll be honest. Mostly because I feel like I tolerate that game because of the gunplay, probably more than anything else. Because the gameplay is really satisfying, you know, when you actually are hitting your shots. But when you're having like really bad drops where you just die, or you spend 10 minutes looting and then come across a team that completely rolls you over, like it's just frustrating, I guess. And I too, like my friend, long for a game that, you know, just kind of lets you get lost in the sauce. That you just kind of like forget about time and just sit there and have fun playing.
The secret history of a race called the Nothing. Gods are another name, and their ruined civilization is a web.
Maybe if Apex Legends had a team deathmatch mode, maybe then I'd feel like that, but I don't know. Probably the closest that Apex has gotten to that is the control mode, which is like a King of the Hill. But it's not kill focused, you know, it's objective based gameplay. So it's still not the same. That, I don't know, oh, and the thing that I actually mentioned in that conversation with my friend also was the fact that the game is just really sweaty. Because, you know, if you want to talk about not having to deal with RNG in that game, you can always go into arenas mode, and that is pretty much all skill based, considering you buy your weapons at the beginning of each match, so you don't have to worry about, oh, am I gonna get a good drop today and get some good loot? You don't have to worry about that. But even then, like, that game, even more so in arenas, shows its sweaty nature very heavily.
My hatred is too low.
Yeah, probably the closest, ironically enough, that my friend group and I came to in that sense was We recently played Paladins while I was sick. Because we, we're just looking for something to play together. And ironically enough, that game is actually really fun. Like, I'm not a huge fan of it, considering it's not a perfect game and it doesn't look good. Not that it looking good or not really matters if it's fun. But like, I could tell it's not a perfect game. But it was fun, playing it with my friends. It was fun. Another night we played Vermintide 2 because that recently was on sale. And I went as far as actually buying all the DLC for it because I actually enjoyed that game. And I know the game's not perfect either. It's basically Left 4 Dead, but it's fine, It was fun when we played it. And we'll probably continue to play it a little bit, the boys and I. It wasn't, didn't really tell much of a story as I would like it have. It didn't tell a story as much as I would have liked it to. And neither does the first game, Vermintide and Times Vermintide. Which is unfortunate because I think that the story could be interesting if they actually put more effort into telling it, but they just didn't really put as much effort as maybe they could have. Which makes sense considering it is just a Left 4 Dead style game, but also like...
I had no idea they dated from the time of the Nephilim.
I would have liked more of a story. But that's just me, There is definitely a story, it's just not present to the extent I would like. I killed 3 guardians, and I guess that's gonna open the door. Oh, 4 guardians. Leave that there to deal with them for me. 5 guardians. Okay. Well, that was a lot of guardians. Oh, and that wasn't even for the main quest line. What the fuck? Here I am thinking that it is. Actually, no on that one, because the reason why it has so much toughness is the resistance. Yeah. It is a shame that I don't play Overwatch anymore, because I feel like the game has quite the potential to actually be really great. It's just in a really bad spot right now. And then also Overwatch 2, I'll be honest, doesn't seem like that much different, because it is basically the same game, just some reworks and balance changes and things like that. But I don't know, maybe I'll play Overwatch 2 when it comes out, kind of see if it's different again, because honestly Overwatch kind of was like my game that I actually did get a little lost in, and then just over time it ended up not being that game because they've changed so many things that made the game fun in the first place. Things like not having to queue up for a specific role, or what else was, probably it's over here. Go over there. It sucks it's all the way on the other side of the map. Yeah, things like not having to queue up for a specific role, which, you know, it is probably important for the game, like for a match to be fun, to actually have, or like have a consistent level of fun rather. It's important to have a good team composition, but at the same time, you just completely fucked over the queue times. I got a cough. Okay, I was hoping I wouldn't have to do that in this recording, but I guess it's inevitable. But anyways, yeah, so the queue times specifically for damage just got completely obliterated. I remember, you know, wanting to actually queue up as DPS sometimes in role queue era, which is still now in Overwatch, and quite literally the queue wait times were like 20 minutes. And you know what they did to combat that was they introduced like a skirmish sort of thing that you could go into, like a team deathmatch that you can play while you wait for the actual game. But here's the thing. When you have people playing the game who want to play DPS, and you have a queue time of 20 minutes for those people, what that means is you end up finding people on Twitch who are queued up as DPS,
My hatred is too low.
and they're alt-tabbing to another game while they wait. What the fuck? Like, I think that's ridiculous, to be honest. Okay, hold on. Is it here? Bruh. I just went across the map for nothing. Gotta love it. Yeah, I think I just went across the map for nothing. Oh well. It is what it is, and we just gotta run back. But yeah, like, I think that's just embarrassing for a game that doesn't even let some people play the game. It'd be one thing if all the queue times were balanced out, but they're not, because people don't want to play support nor tank. They just want to play damage, which is understandable considering all the fun characters are in damage. And there is an option for queuing up for any role, but I literally cannot think of a time where I hit I'll queue up for anything and actually got a DPS queue pop. It was always tank or healer. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing tank or healer. I'm not somebody who only wants to play DPS. But like, it could be so much better if you wouldn't have to worry about that.
I hope it preys on her.
But oh well. That's just my experience with Overwatch, and maybe it's a little different now, but probably not.
Angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
She transforming herself? Ah, yes, she is. Well, looks like you really gotta die now because you're now a demon.
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him. He always finds a way.
I mean, she's got a point. He always does find a way. Diablo, I mean.
He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Adria conjured an image of Pandemonium before she died.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
Pandemonium, huh? Okay. Are we going back to the Pandemonium Fortress from Diablo 4? Is that what?
I need to go back.
So I haven't seen that place in a long time.
Hello there.
Be interesting if they actually did remake the Pandemonium Fortress for this game. But I won't get my hopes up because it's possible I'm just thinking of something different. Okay, so we have to talk to Tyrael.
Malthael is in Pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress.
Ah, they are talking about it.
Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
We won't disappoint him, but he's using his advantage well. Every second, his power grows.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Okay.
What is this?
Oh, dead angels.
Destroy the gate!
Maiden Lamiel. Oh. Just trying to make sure that we can't go to Pandemonium.
I need more hatred to do that.
Right? I think.
Dares to attack us? Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Okay. We must go to Pandemonium. And we got a cutscene? Yep.
Malthael tried to keep me from entering Pandemonium. He is not ready to face me yet. Now, I must fight through these ancient battlefields, where angels and demons have battled for eons. At the heart of this realm lies the Pandemonium Fortress and the Angel of Death.
Okay. So we have to find our way to the Pandemonium Fortress, but we gotta make our way through the battlefields first. I guess they are gonna remake the Pandemonium Fortress from Diablo 2 in this game.
Not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
Okay. Definitely getting close to the end here.
We do not have the luxury of time.
Fucking gate in the way. And there's demons, of course, because we're in like the precipice between heaven and hell, I think. At least I think that's what pandemonium is. That it's like a spot in between. Like how in World War I there was no man's land. I think that's what this is. Oh my, okay. Thank you. Now open the date. Oh, date? Did I say date? I meant gate. The one thing I am wondering then, if they remade Pandemonium Fortress, is it going to be bigger than just the one room? Or is it going to be the one room? Because when we...
That is a siege room. Bring it with you.
Okay. Because when we had actually been to Pandemonium in Diablo 2, it was just one room. Technically like 2 rooms and stairs in between or something, but still.
Do you see the battering ram below? That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege rooms that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are 2 more.
Of course.
You find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned along with
Never easy.
them.
Never easy.
Once you have the runes, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
Your gratitude isn't needed, Imperius.
Bitch. Grateful motherfucker. Saying, oh, I don't need your help, Nephilim. Okay, so we need to find 2 more runes. And then using those last 2 runes, we can then open up the fortress. But I imagine that they're not gonna be right next to each other. So it's gonna take a second to actually find them.
Your fear betrays you.
Find out in a little bit.
Sweet revenge.
I hear a loot goblin. Beefy motherfucker.
Is too low.
Got him.
Being in this place makes me appreciate our world even more.
Fair enough. is pretty much a shithole.
It's just a taste.
I guess it's kind of interesting that Malthael would decide to try to wipe out the humans, mankind, considering he's an angel, but at the same time, I will say it's not interesting enough for me to think anything but the fact that he is pretty much just a Scooby-Doo villain. Okay, this seems like a corridor and nothing else. Take him down. This is the curse chest. Oh. I guess it was. Okay. And let's make our way out of here. Continue on to the battlefield. And it's hot. It is quite toasty. My god, they just keep coming. Let me out. Didn't let me out. Okay, thank you. Okay. Still have not found even the first rune. Wonder if it's just lying on the battlefield, or if a demon has it, maybe. Yeah, I am kind of getting a little burnt out from this game, considering how mind-numbing it is. I want to play something more interesting next. And I was thinking some sort of stealth game. You know, because I was like brainstorming in my head, you know, what kind of game would I maybe want to play next? And I had like an itch to play a stealth game recently. So there's a specific stealth game that I decided to figure out how to play.
He won't survive that.
We'll see how it goes, but yeah, if I say stealth game, you probably wouldn't understand what I mean. Are you doing campaign? I in fact am doing campaign. This is actually the first time I'm playing through this expansion. Kind of just wanted to be able to say that I've done it because I've had the game for forever. I just never actually took the time to play it. Partly because I feel like this game's kind of dead. I don't know about you, Big Poppy, but I think the game's kind of dead. At least nobody doesn't seem to be playing it. That was a big boy.
It roams the outskirts of Pandemonium, a lumbering
I can actually equip that.
with a gaping hollow at its core. Somehow, it can hide its body away, disguising itself as a mere portal. Those who pass through
I didn't even realize that was a journal entry that was talking. I thought it was some like random NPC whispering into my ear, because this game does it a lot. Just let my turrets deal with him a little bit.
Sweet revenge.
Where is this other siege rune? Oh, it's over here. Okay. We gotta break open this prison. Kill all the bad guys, including this guy specifically. He's got the rune. Got it. And we leveled up. Actually, that is better because the bonus on that belt that I was using does not actually apply to me. I'm not a monk. Okay. So needed some water.
It's dropping rocks. Looks like I'll have to move quickly.
Okay, so we just need to follow this arrow. There is a thing in there probably, but I, at this point, don't care enough. Okay. The siege outpost. I'm guessing this just goes up to the battering ram. Oh, master of the ram, yeah. There we go. It actually has quite a bit more damage. Doesn't give me the extra bonuses, but that's fine. Pretty much just looking for damage, I feel like.
Grave news, my friend. The Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me, and it is worse than I could have imagined.
What is this plan?
It means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts. If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
True.
We can still stop him. It's time to attack the fortress.
Malthael.
That's kind of fucked up. It's like a nuke, but on a high level. Okay, here we go. I've actually seen this, I think. Completely forgot about it though. Yep. We gotta use this platform while it's ramming into the fucking gate. Okay. Basically like a boss encounter. This is interesting, at least. I will say that.
We can't move until they're gone. One more hit and it will fall.
Okay. And then are we gonna go fight Malthael? Winding up quite far. There we go.
The gates are down.
Okay, and then now we're in level 1 of the Pandemonium Fortress. I'm actually gonna take a break right here. Go get some water and a little bit to eat. So I will be back in probably like 10 minutes. But we continue on. Pandemonium Fortress.
Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your strength is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death as he does.
There are many spirits here. Perhaps they can help.
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die, and Malthael's power grows beyond anything I have ever seen.
Okay, so we need to basically become one with the spirits, I'm guessing. Okay.
Do you recognize me?
Lissa.
You sound like my sister.
Uh-oh. Playing with our thoughts. Never heard anything of the Demon Hunter's sister until now.
Alyssa, it cannot be. This is some trap.
What? Don't you know your own sister?
I lost you many years ago.
Yes, but now I've found you again. Someone bad keeps me here. Can you make him go away?
Yes.
Sure.
I need your help.
Whatever that means. Oh, cutscene.
Nephilim. The Black Soul Stone journeys through the portal to Sanctuary. Even now it spreads death across your world. And so ends the eternal conflict.
Okay. The random cutscene. Like I said, this just kind of makes Malthael look like a Scooby-Doo villain. Just coming in, saying some shit, and then leaving. Like... Okay, so we need to find the soul prison in level 2. So probably more than anything else, we need to find level 2. And that'll tell us where we need to go. And I'm guessing probably level 3 is where Malthael is, maybe. And it actually does seem like they fleshed out the Pandemonium Fortress more than just the one room that it was in Diablo 2. It's pretty cool. I mean, you kind of figure that there's more to the area in the game, Diablo 2, when you play it. Because it's literally just a room. But you never see it, and kind of disappointing actually when I think about it, because here's level 2. Because all the other acts got a bigger hub world, and I know that, you know, Act 4 in Diablo 2 was not really like very long or anything, but still, it honestly deserved a bigger hub world and a longer act, honestly. But they did the same thing with this game. Act 4 was very short. Okay, so that's the soul prison. Or prison, not prism.
It's yours now. Please, set things right again.
And now we have to just fight Malthael.
Would want that.
I won't disappoint you, Alyssa.
Okay. Oh, that's a sneeze. And I got hit by that again because of it. Okay, so now we just need to find Malthael, wherever he is. Can I not get hit by these, please? Okay. Must be in this direction. We're getting real close to the end then, it seems. I mean, I'd imagine if our objective right now is literally just find Malthael, then we should be getting really close to the end, right? Take this over there. This reminds me of the Arcane Sanctuary with all the portals on that one path. This level actually is a bit longer than I thought it was gonna be. Thought it was just gonna be that soul prison, that's it. Almost there. Think. And how long could this really go on, you know? Oh, now I see the arrow. So we must be getting really close. I can feel it. We're very close to the end now. Here we go. Level 3. Pretty cool environment, I will say. We reach a checkpoint in the heart of the fortress. So you all ready to finish off this game finally? After so long.
Stone is a born sanctuary. The blood of demons will soon be gone from all creation. You will be the last of your kind for a few moments.
I don't know. This never goes according to the villain's plan, so I'm just gonna stand here, and I don't think you can do enough damage to kill me. Just gonna take it. Works for me. Second phase. Now you know better than the demons you're trying to kill. Now you're literally like the primevals. Look at that, my health actually did go down a little bit. And he is dead. We get a legendary. Chest armor. Let's see what it is. Cinder coat. One could withstand the fires of hell itself wearing armor such as this. Well, we'll equip it. I mean, we might as well. It's gonna basically be the last way that my character is gonna look.
Malthael destroyed it and used the power within.
Then Malthael's death will have released Diablo. He is free.
Of course. Well, that's it. Yeah, fall
The
bitch.
Nephilim have done the impossible. By conquering death, he had redeemed the angels and saved all mankind. In that moment, with victory at hand, I saw the Nephilim in a new light. He is a hero who can defeat the champions of heaven and hell, and a demon hunter who protects the innocent. But within him beats a mortal heart that will one day be tempted to corruption. On that day, will he have the strength to resist, or will he be our doom?
Well, it's honestly kind of anticlimactic, if I'll be honest. We've defeated Diablo 3. More challenges and rewards await you in adventure mode. And that's that. Roll credits. So, my thoughts on this game. It can be fun. I see it definitely being a lot more fun with a friend, at least one friend, maybe multiple. But if I'm gonna be honest, I got real burnt out by the last bit of this game, because it's just very mind-numbing to play towards the end. And I don't think it's just the difficulty, like I was saying earlier. I think that it has to do also with the fact that the game is just not really very fun, and I think the game is a little dead if it really, if you kind of look at the population. There's people playing, I know that, but they're probably playing like the end game content where it's like super difficult. I think it's called Paragon. So that's that. But I think at the end of the day, it's not a terrible game. There's worse. Is it as good as Diablo 2? No. I would still say that Diablo 2 is a lot better when it comes to this kind of game. But I would actually say in like this era of like more modern isometric dungeon crawlers, probably Path of Exile beats this out 100%. Like I said, I have not beaten Path of Exile completely. I've played through the first half, which is literally Act 1 through 5, or 4 or 5, I think it is, and then you go through all of it again in like a remixed story, and I haven't done that remixed story, but from what I remember of Path of Exile, I feel like it was more interesting. It was a lot more in-depth, considering if you guys have seen the talent trees for that game, it's a little overwhelming, whereas this is a lot more simplified in comparison. But even so, I think that game does better at, you know, ironically enough, being a Diablo game. We'll have to see how Diablo 4 goes, but Diablo Immortal, I don't know if we can really trust the Diablo team to really put out something good, but maybe they'll learn their lesson from Diablo Immortal. We'll see. Will I play Diablo 4? Maybe. Depends on what the reception is like, and if I feel like it's worth my time. If it doesn't seem like it's worth my time, then I'm just not gonna play it. Yeah. But that is my thoughts. And yeah, I mean, other than that, if you feel like you enjoyed what you saw in this Let's Play, then I mean, might as well give it a try, I guess. I don't think the game's very expensive, but that is also if you really feel like you want to even try this game, considering it is a bit older and doesn't have a very, very active community anymore. I would say personally, if you are looking for a Diablo game to play, probably you're better to go play the remaster of Diablo 2, because that's going to have an actual active Diablo community, and they're updating that game, even, you know, adding content in. When that game is as old as it is, it's kind of amazing that they're adding more content into it that wasn't in the game in the first place. Though, caveat on that, I haven't seen whether or not the content is good or if it breaks the feel of the game entirely. So, and what I mean by content is like literally rune words and things like that. So, not new acts to add on to the story. So, but anyways, yeah, I mean, we could let the credits roll here, but I doubt that there's anything at the end of it. I'm basically gonna switch over to another game after this on the stream. But as for the YouTube Let's Play, this is gonna be pretty much the last you'll see of this game. I don't think that there's anything else to show. So stick around to the end of the video, you'll see a little snippet of the next game to play, which I'll have to start playing pretty soon. And hopefully that one's a good one, because I know that it's much more story driven, and I haven't played it in a long time, so we'll see how I actually manage to play it. But yeah, till then, see ya.